Hey guys, it's Kim, the Crafty Nomad, and you guys know why they call me that, because I'm all over the place when it comes to my crafting. So I already recorded this podcast, but it is super glitchy. I use my webcam, so I'm going to go ahead and use my phone and try to get this done, and I'm going to try to go really quick. So I think what I'm going to start out with is just saying welcome to everybody who has decided to join me today. Thank you for all my new subscribers, you guys. I got about 3 or 4 new ones this week, so I'm excited about that. And I thank you for spending some time with me today. Welcome back to everybody who has stuck with me, even through my crazy drought. I am trying now to just stay with you guys, and I enjoy it. I really enjoy this community so much that I really want to be here for the next, I want to be here on a weekly basis. So, and I have a question for you at the end about the month of August, but we will talk about that. Let me tell you where you can find me on the internet. You can find me at Kim the Crafty Nomad on Instagram. I am Pettis Kim Knits on Ravelry, and I have an Etsy shop called Ebony Pearl, EBONIE PEARL PEARL Pearl, Ebony Pearl. I will link all of these things down below so you guys can just click and come on over and check out what I have in my shop. I have a Facebook page. I think it's called Ebony Pearl Creations, and you guys, I'm just gonna check real quick what my page is called. I should know that, right? Anyway, Ebony Pearl Creations. Please go over and like my page, and yeah, you'll see my Instagram post over there. You will see. I'm actually thinking about doing a Facebook Live over there. I've never done a Facebook Live, so I'm considering it. So I'll let you guys know if I decide to go that route. Anyway, thank you. So I'm gonna get started. I have today a fabric stash at the end. A new other little crochet item I want to share. I have 3, believe it or not, 3 finished objects, and I think I'm sharing 4 whips today. And then my final, at the end, I'm also going to do what I'm calling this week in knitting and crochet. Well, actually, I'm calling it this week, in crochet and knitting. And that's where I'm going to share with you the podcast that I was able to listen to this week. Now, if you hear a weird background sound, it's because the fans are going, and I really just don't want to be shiny like I was last week, so I have the fans going, and I hope that's okay with you guys. So let me get started. I'm gonna start with my finished objects. Now, 2 of these things I'm gonna show you, you never even saw, because I started them and finished them this week. I made a couple of market bags at the suggestions of one of my newer subscribers, who, when I talked about how my market didn't go very well last podcast, talked about how my farmer's market that I thought I would sell so much at didn't really go as well as the first one. So I wanted to, so she said, why don't you try market bags? And apparently they're all the rage, because who was I watching? Another one that I'm not going to necessarily mention in my list that I just barely watched today, Zines and Roger, is a crochet podcast, and she was talking about how market bags are all the rage, and she just put out a new design. Well, this one, I will show you, because this time I did bring the design over at least. This is called the June Go Green Market Bag, and it is by someone named Suzetta Williams. This is an old blog post from 2008, but I found it on Ravelry. It's free, and I made this first one out of Lily Sugar and Cream. The bottom part is the colorway Psychedelic, and the top part, I think it's the colorway Aqua, and that's that one. Construction is super interesting. You start with this circle on the bottom, and you make 2 of them and double them, and then you crochet them together. In the pattern, there's the option to put a CD, like an old CD in there, so you can have a hard, firm bottom, but I didn't think that was necessary. I mean, it's a farmer's market bag. It'll stretch out and it'll hold everything you need it to hold. So that's that one. And then this one is made out of Premier yarn. It's a cotton yarn. And remember when Isaac Mizrahi had a line of yarn over there on for Premier yarn? I haven't seen it in Joann's lately, but this is one of his that was just 100% cotton. It's really soft and drapey. It feels more like I Love This Cotton at Hobby Lobby, and it is in the colorway Brooklyn. Now for the market bag, I almost like the stiffer Lily Sugar and Cream better, but you know, these worked up really quick. I made these on Monday, Tuesday. Between Monday and Wednesday, I made 2 of them. So that's that. Didn't work on my socks at all because I was making these. And then guess what else is finally finished? I finished my octopus. See how cute he is? He came out so nicely. I am in love with him. He is from a book from Red Heart Yarns called Adorable Amigurumi, and it totally came out just perfect. Now when I started making this, I just was making it because I wanted to make another one. I had done a commission one several years ago. I just wanted to make another one. And but you know who, at one point I thought, okay, I'll give it to a specific person, but my little co-host from last week has actually claimed this one, so this one will go to him. So that's that. Those are my 3 finished objects. Let's get on to some whips. Get these 2 that you guys saw last week. There's a little progress because I was making market bags and finishing the other thing, but this is the toddler hat. It's an easy toddler beanie, which I think is going to be more of a kid beanie. Uh-oh, I'm losing my stitch again. Telling you the truth. I'm working on 16-inch circular needles because that's just the way I like to do things. But then the stitches start falling off. And I got my little, I don't know if you can see, my little gummy bear stitch marker. But anyway, Red Heart Super Saver in the color Fair Isle. That looks so much better right here. And it's in the, not the colorway Fair Isle. This is Red Heart Super Saver Fair Isle in the colorway Candy. And then my Kelsey shawl is coming along. I didn't do a lot of work on it, but I'll show you guys. I think last you saw me, I had this much. I had done this eyelet section, and I'm finally in my next color. I think all I did this week was the darker color at the top. So that's where I'm at with that. I'm going to do more work on that this week. I just really got into those market bags, which I'm going to make another one. So those are those. Those are whips that you guys have seen. They are in, both of them, in this bag, which I'm going to take the hat out of here and put it in its own bag. Otherwise, I know I'm going to lose those stitches eventually. So, yep, this is my little bucket bag that I made out of denim, and then some batik at the top, drawstring. And then, so I want to show you, I had some of that Premier puzzle yarn, and I used to feature on, I was going to say Etsy, but I mean Ravelry, when you can check the yarn and then look at the projects. That's what I did, and I saw people making, where am I? Oh, I'm using the phone, so I can't really show you. But these are called, I think, Auntie Somebody's Slippers. I'll link it down below. But I haven't used straight needles in a long time. But this is in that Premier Puzzle yarn. This looks so much better on my phone. I don't even know why I bothered with that that webcam. I just want to use it because I paid for it, dang it. Anyway, this is gonna be like the foot and heel, and this is the toe. And I think if you could see, those 2 bumps, the depressions there. I think it's gonna fold up like that, seam up in the back, you see, and then just it'll seam up in the back, and then it'll seam up at the toe, and then you'll have a little easy slipper. And this, I just started it this week, and I'm pretty much Maybe need to do 2 more rows of this ribbing, and then I'll be able to cinch it up into the slipper. And I honestly think this is probably one of the first things I made when I learned how to knit years ago, because it feels really familiar, like I made this before. So anyway, that's that. Haven't used straight needles in a long time. These are Susan Bates size 10.5. Somebody gave me these in a like a gift exchange at Christmas. Somebody who knew me well enough to know that I like crafty items, and they went and got me that. So I really appreciate it. This is being kept in my little summery ladybug bag that I made. And if you can see this bag, it's not the best. I made a lot of mistakes on it. However, I like the fact that I was able to pull off this round bottom. And I actually pulled it off because I used a purse pattern for it, and I just didn't put the strap because it had like a shoulder strap. But I just used the bottom part of the pattern, and I never added the strap. I just added this kind of strap. It's a pretty roomy bag, and it's got a yellow zipper, and it's lined with pink. So I enjoyed that. And then finally, I am going to mention this podcaster because she's on my list of the people that I watched this week, but I got some advice from her. And this, I should have looked it up while I was, before I started recording for the second time. I'm really trying to finish this. I know I'm going fast, but my husband and my son will be home soon. So, and if they come home, I'm just going to pause it and come back and finish. But anyway, the YarnJoy Podcast is one that I have really enjoyed this week. She does a lot. I mean, I just can't say enough about all of the women and men out there who are doing their crochet heavy podcast. When I first started looking for podcasts, I'm just more of a crocheter than I am a knitter. I do both, as you can see. But I find that a lot of people will start out doing crochet on their podcast, and then suddenly it's just all knitting. And I really enjoy my crochet people, and I enjoy people who use yarns that everybody can afford. I have some of the expensive yarns. I am no respecter of yarns. Okay, I love it all. And I don't mind acrylic at all, as you can see. I don't mind. And so and I find that crocheters tend to not mind. And so I really enjoy watching the crochet people. So I'm so delighted that so many people are doing crochet-centric podcasts. Even if they do some knitting, it's mostly crochet instead of the other way around, and I really enjoy that. I enjoy a lot of different podcasts, though, to be honest, but I really, really love that there are so many more options of people who are really crochet-centric in what they share. So YarnJoy podcast is like that, and I can't think of her name right now, and I should have looked it up, but I'm gonna link her down below. She does it all as far as crochet is concerned, and I have really enjoyed her. But I asked some advice from her because she's doing a Graphghan, and I want to do the Graphghan so bad. I tried to do one several years ago when I first discovered that this was a thing. I bought some patterns off Etsy, and oh my God, the bobbins, that drove me nuts, and I just had to give up because I had thread, I had yarn everywhere. So I got advice from her to get these. She uses these. She does a tutorial. These are jumbo plastic clothespins from the Dollar Tree, and these are what she used for bobbins. And I am so excited to try this. So I purchased a really simple pattern because I can't be bothered to try and figure this stuff out on my own. And her advice to me was to keep it simple. I said, okay, that makes sense. And so I'm gonna do a 2-color one, and guys, I hope I can pull this off. So I'm doing that, and I got this from I think I got it from an Etsy seller. Anyway, I'm working on it, and I'll show you where I'm at. I'm doing the background color in this Red Heart Super Saver Told you I love it all. Aruba Sea is the name of this color. It's 100% acrylic. And this Afghan will last forever, even through the apocalypse, because acrylic doesn't go anywhere. And here's where I'm at. So I'm still haven't got to the point where I need to add the color yet. But when I do, I got some tips from the YarnJoy Podcast, and I'm very excited about that. So that's my other whip, and that's probably what I'm going to work on tonight, though I need to cut some fabric, so I'll probably do that too. And I'm keeping that one in the slip stitchers of El Segundo. This was a yarn, a knitting guild that I used to be a part of years and years ago. So I used the bag for that. And that's all my projects. So I'm going to move on to a very quick haul. I wasn't going to include this, but I'll show you guys my fabric that I just got really quickly. Hopefully I'll be cutting fabric and getting some new bags in my shop. I really have enjoyed making the ones with the snap, so I'll probably put some of those in the shop. This is a mushroom print. This is called Rusty and Friends for Bernartex fabric. Then I have, can't see the selvage, so I don't know who this is from. I can't tell. Oh, this is Dear Stella's Life's a Beach line, and this is just like on a navy background, but it's ice cream and snow cones and ice cream bars. And for this one, I actually plan on making keychains to go with. And I love a house print, guys. So I got that one. And this one is from it's called Paint the Town. I got all this from fabric.com. This one that I'm going to show you next is from Michael Miller, and it's called Mermaid. And it's got the cutest little mermaids on it. And I liked the little bit of variation in skin tone on that. You know, we like some representation around here. Anyway, not a whole lot on this, but I liked it. They tried. Then, I got this I'm going to make a bag and donate it as a prize to another podcast. And it totally goes with what's going on over there. And if they actually watch this podcast, they'll know that they're going to get this. So this is that. And finally, I thought this was super cute. Socks on the clothesline. What is it called? This is also Paint the Town. This is called Socks. Alright. And then one last thing I want to show you that I have before I go into what I'm going to think about doing for August for these videos, and get your advice on that. And then I'm going to share with you the podcast I've been watching. And there is this beautiful crochet hook that I just got. This is from Touche Crochet on Etsy. Guys, go check her out. This is super cute. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. Let me see if I can show you her card. Hopefully you can read that. Okay. Alright. I forgot to tell you that my Kelsey shawl is being made out of Lion Brand Mandala yarn, which is 100% acrylic. I believe it's a number 3. And the Kelsey shawl, I believe I already told you that it is by, I think it's Lacey Paviglio, Hooked on Owls. Alright, so that's that in the bag that I made. Alright, so let me move on and tell you the podcast I've been watching. I already said YarnJoy. Check her out. It will be linked below. This week in crochet and knitting, I watched the Canadian crocheter. Now, when I read that, I would want to say Canadian crocheter, but she says Canadian crocheter, so that's what I'm going to say. I watched Bag a Day Crochet this week. I watched the YarnJoy Podcast I already mentioned. I also got a chance to check out Scraptastic Yarns. and Jammin with Yarns once again by Shirley. Those are the ones I wrote down. I watched a bunch more. I think I watched Melody Crochet. I definitely watched TotalLead.net. I watched a little bit of the Dabbling Hook, which I'm going to finish tonight. Yeah, I watched a bunch of good stuff this week. You guys have inspired me, got me doing new projects, got me shopping. Oh, that crochet hook is courtesy of is it the Perfect Pineapple? I think it's called the Perfect Pineapple Podcast, and her name is Holly. I will also link her down below. I'm just gonna look her up really quickly since I have my Pineapple Podcast. I think that's what it is. Let me just make sure. Perfect Pineapple Podcast. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end this out right now. I just want to make sure I give you that right. Yeah, it's the proper pineapple. Sorry, the Proper Pineapple Podcast with Holly. Anyway, guys, check out all these people. They will be linked down below. Follow me on Instagram at Kim the Crafty Nomad. Invite me as a friend. Add me as a friend on Ravelry Pettis Kim Knits. Check out my Etsy shop, Ebony Pearl. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to the 400 subscriber mark so that we can have a giveaway. I ordered some really cute stuff, and I can't wait to give it away. So please, please, please share, like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Also, I have a Ravelry group for this podcast. You can join over there as well. And I'm going to try to get more active over there, as well as hit that notification button so you will get a notification every time I upload a video. I'm trying to get with you guys weekly, and hopefully I can stay consistent. For the month of August, I'm going to go back. In April, I did vlog every day in April. I tend to lose subscribers when I do that, and I think it's because it's not necessarily crochet or knitting or crafting related. It's just vlogging every day. So they do it in April, and they do it again in August. If I do it in August, I am thinking of doing a 30-day crochet project, and I would upload a short video every day for the month of August. What do you guys think about that? The other thing is I might just do it over on Instagram TV, and then keep this just my Crafty Nomad podcast. Sorry, guys. Clothes are falling all off. So what do you guys think? I'm thinking I might lean toward just doing the vlogging over there for the month of August on Instagram TV. If you're interested in that, follow me over there. And otherwise, we'll just keep things weekly over here. That's what I think I'm leaning toward. Anyway, thanks for everybody who shared a podcast with me, shared your own podcast with me. Please do that again in the comments down below. If you didn't already tell me about your podcast, tell me about it, and I will subscribe. I will watch. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you when I see you. Until we meet again, keep it crafty, guys. Bye.